Okay, so I wrapped the strap around the motor here, ratchets right here, and I took the tail and I wrapped all around, took around the back side of the motor, came all the way over the mounting bracket way over here. So now as I pull on this, it should pull the motor this way. And everything is pretty much out of the way of doing any damage. The soft tie, this is kind of wrapped around the hard part of the motor there where it's hard. So let's see if it actually does anything here. Some tension on things, but pulling over it ain't doing. Something snapped. It's moving it. A little tension on things. The build's pretty tight. Let's try another one. One belt's tight, that one not so much. The offset's the big problem. I might have went that way. Oh yeah, it did. It went quite a bit that way. The gap's on this pulley, it should be on this pulley. So it's gone that way about a 1/4 inch. So now I need to pull it this way somehow. This is trying to rip the strap apart right now, right here. It's doing a pretty good job of it. It's tearing the threads out of it. This is not made to be yanked on it like that. Soft ties are, that is not. Soft, they're tied, they're strapped together with threads, and I'm pulling, right now I'm pulling them apart right now on this strap, which is going to break it. It's going to tear it right off. Had a lot of pressure on that. So we're going to go ahead and tie 2 of these together to get more length. There we go. Problem is now we're pulling way on top of this. Which I don't really want to do. So if we take this one and pinch on it, too much length. Should tie it up a little bit. Put some kind of a block back here. It would take up the gap. That'd probably be a better way of going. Yeah, put a big piece of wood right here. 2x4 some type. Might resemble something like this. right out there. So go like this. I'm going to try to break the board, but it's okay. The other problem is now we're raking it across my motor, which I don't want to do. We got to put it across it or protect it. Cardboard works good. Why you keep cardboard laying around? Comes in handy. Cardboard is kind of like wood. It does a lot. To protect things pretty good. 4 layers on there like that. Got to protect the whole top of this motor. It'll also slide across it pretty easily. Still need to pull the motor this way though. Take the tension off of that. Move it over right now. Be easier to do it now without the load on it. You put the load on it, pulls it backwards. Right now we got limited access in here. Hey, what a shocker, didn't want to move. So you get in here and pry it somehow. Sure, we're going to do that. Or I got to pull on it some other way. I don't know how. I'm going to do that either. All of these are problems. Prying's probably our best option. Okay, got some spacer material. And put a screwdriver in there, jam it over this way. Not really going to work. Another punch in here. Now it's moving. You take the screwdriver in there, put it as a spacer now. There's a dual tool. There we go. Work one side against the other and move it over. There we go. Alright, we slid it over a long ways. Oh yeah, ooh, jeez. Yeah, we moved it. Yeah, I moved about a ½ inch. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, ½ inch, 3/8 of an inch. Does not want to move. Okay, so now as that goes back, it's probably too far still. Got a little carried away there, is the problem. Move it back somehow, maybe. Same thing, but differently. Not seeing that happening right now. This side we had axes with a hammer. Alright. Move it back a little bit. Yeah, very little bit. At least a 1/16 more to get where it needs to be. The gap here to be about equal, so our distance is screwdriver. Pretty close. Probably could go a little bit more. 30 or so. Now as I yank this over, if you come back this way, it's automatically going to go that way a little bit because it's going to move toward it. So it should equalize pretty good. So I need to just tighten this bolt here so it quits moving. That'll be your pivot point, and the whole motor will go like this, which will tighten that belt up and align it too. So let's see if we can do that. Okay. Okay, I got a little torque on that. The wrenches still get it out of there too, that's even a plus. Okay, so now it should pivot off that bolt as I tighten this up. It should pull in. Right now we got about a 1/16 gap between the bracket here and there, and over here we've got about 3/16 over here. So we need to get those kind of equalized, and that should pull the belts in. This one's still dead loose, so we'll try that. Okay, should we start yanking on this thing? Something else making noise. Okay, they're about equal now. That belt's still loose. That belt is still loose. That was doing all the work. That's how it was before. There was a loose one and a tight one. Still is. Okay, but we're pretty close on our dimension here. Probably can get one more out of that, maybe. Pretty tight. Okay, I'm going to try to torque this down over on this corner, whichever one I got the most access to. Probably the back corner. Yeah, definitely the back corner over here. That's tight. Scrap's kind of in the way on this one, but let's see if I get in here. Yeah, I can get into it now. Oh yeah, no problem. Make it tight. All right. Try the back corner now. There, one more. That was in there. And back to the first one again. Ah. Ah. All right. Ah, 48 frame got me. Ah, that hurt. There's a frame right here. Got me. Okay. She's in there. Go for a strap. Have a little tension on that. That's pretty tight on that one. Definitely got tension on it. That one not too much, so hopefully it wears in. Let's see what our final offset here is. It's quite a bit. Didn't move as much as I thought it would move with that screwdriver right ahead. So we have almost no clearance there. About a 1/4 inch depth there on that one, and only about an 1/8, not even an 1/8 there. So we're a good 1/16 of an inch too far this way, but I'm sure that's adequate for the belt. It'll work. Now what I can do is I can loosen this pulley up a little bit and knock it in. Or knock it in. See, you have to go that way. You have to go out, yeah. It looks like it's too far in by looking at it, but you know, there's a that's on a taper down there. You can move it a little bit there if you wanted to, but I think we're adequate. I'll have to come back and tighten these bolts down again after we run it for a little bit. Seems to be working all right. Definitely tighter there. how much tension we're supposed to have, but it's not a lot of deflection. Pretty tight. That's all I can do to move it up a 1/4 inch. So about 3/8 going up and down, but yeah. This one's tighter. Yeah, 10 pounds of pull, you get about 3/8 of an inch of slack. So someone will tell me if that's enough or not. It's quite a bit. It is what it is. That's for sure. She's tight. Alright, so that all worked good. Didn't break anything I can tell. Didn't hurt the motor any, obviously. Let's see if we can get the strap out of here now, because that strap popped in there pretty hard. Yeah, it came out. There you go. Pretty good. Don't see any damage on the motor. So alright, no damage on my label. Bolts are still straight. That's pretty good. With a few thousand pounds of pressure there, I'm sure. So there you go. No damage. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get the wire, get the motor wired up, and then I'll spin this thing through and see how it looks like running with the head off. Make sure there's no issues with that, and then I'll put the head on it. Alright, I'll be back.